So I, like many others, have expressed my concerns about the future of Warzone with the new upcoming Warzone 2.0. Infinity Ward have drastically changed, and I mean well and truly drastically changed everything about the current version of Warzone. Essentially, in my opinion, they have took out the fun and made it very, very basic, very boring, and just slapped Warzone 2.0 on the front of the can to make it sell. When really it was never gonna feel like Warzone if it's completely stripped down of its core gameplay features and functionality. The future of Warzone for me personally was not looking very bright. I was very concerned and worried about the game until I saw this tweet. I made a video about a week or two ago discussing this same exact topic, and I actually forgot to include this tweet in the video. But as you can see, this guy Metaphor actually posted a tweet saying Warzone 2 update, and this guy is very creditable amongst the Warzone and Call of Duty community. He's very, accurate, and whatever he's shown us and told us so far seems pretty legit. He does seem very trustworthy. As you can see, he's just posted a load of emojis. First one, I think, is saying there's no more AI around the map, which is a great thing. I've mentioned it in a video before. Apparently AI is only going to be in strongholds now, as you can see, the second row of emojis. And the third row looks to say that loadouts and perks will be coming back in Warzone 2, which is what me and a lot of people were very concerned about with the game. Because in the COD Next event, all these streamers and content creators were flown out to, was it LA? I'm not entirely sure, but they were flown out there to play Warzone 2 to get early hands-on access, exclusive information, exclusive gameplay captured, and they got to stream the game. And in that gameplay that was shown, there was no sign of traditional loadout drops, there was no sign of perks or loadout. So I'm very happy that Infinity Ward are taking on board feedback from the community and making the necessary changes that need to be made to this game in order for it to be successful and the best possible version of itself it can be. Far from, I'm going to be completely honest and transparent, I've got no exact clue as to what that actually means. I think maybe it's to do with the looting. Maybe they are changing the looting back to traditional looting like we see in the current version of Warzone. You open a crate, all the loot falls out onto the ground, you pick and choose what you want, and you carry on with your day. I think the new looting system that they demonstrated and showed off in the COD Next event looks absolutely fucking terrible. It slows down the pace of the game. It looks very, very difficult to manage. I think looting and loadouts are definitely the biggest concerns about this game so far with the majority of people. I personally think the gameplay that was shown at the COD Next event was mid at best, extremely mediocre, not that impressive. I was very disappointed in the fact that they thought they could change everything about Warzone, everything that makes Warzone, made a brand new game basically, but this brand new game looked terrible. The gameplay design changes, I mean, some look cool but not all that practical, like AI all over the map. I know that's been changed. That was kind of a cool idea when you say it out loud. On paper it's like, oh, that's pretty cool, that's something new, but it's not practical. Warzone is the bread bringer for Activision, and if it fails, they're going to suffer financially, so they need to make sure this game appeals to the majority of the community that don't want AI scattered all over the map and want loadouts back in the game. Want the current looting system that we see in the current version of Warzone that actually works. It works perfectly fine. If it works fine, then don't try and fix it. Nobody ever moaned about the current looting system. Nobody ever complained or moaned about it, just like nobody moaned or complained about loadout drop. I just think that they've made a load of unnecessary changes just for the sake of making unnecessary changes. I'm just glad that they are reverting all this shit. So let me know what you guys are thinking down below. Do you think loadouts belong in Warzone 2.0 or not? Let's have a respectful and a mature discussion in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. So hopefully you found today's video useful, or at the very least entertaining. I've been Clements, you've been absolutely amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.